Oh, hello there, fellow repairers of cars, various things, and maybe some desktop mechanics as well. I've had a stressful day. My daughter's car went for its MOT. Just going to report back as to whether it passed or failed. Got my whiskey to keep me going in my Boston glass that I actually bought in Boston many, many years ago, and I didn't have children. I could travel the world freely. Um, no bitterness there, and I've also got a cup of tea to show you that I am indeed truly middle-aged. Well, some people say that madness is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So, what have I done this year to my daughter's Mini? Well, last year I changed the head gasket. We got it through the MOT. It also had a catalytic converter that was fitted by a Mini specialist. He's a very nice guy, and got no reason not to trust him. But obviously, the issue was misdiagnosed, and after fitting the head gasket, it passed the MOT. So I just assumed this year the engine work, would probably last for at least a year. But no, come to the MOT this year, and it failed on emissions and nothing else.
Right.
Maybe a couple of advisories for just superficial rust underneath the car, because it's corrosion because of the age of the car. Uh, it's old, a bit like me. So this year, was it madness to try and get it through? Have I wasted my life and got stressed doing it? Yes, probably. But I also have a daughter that has a life and then expects to be ferried around. So it's in my interest to get a car off my drive and to get her mobile again, so that I'm not dad taxi, which is the one thing that we were trying to avoid. So what's it had this time? So we did some testing. We checked the head gasket wasn't again broken, because that would have been game over. I think I removed the valve cover and gave that a jolly good cleaning. Found a good bit of mayonnaise in there, which made me suspicious that it was the head gasket again. But it just didn't ring true that it was. I replaced the PCV valve. I checked the PCV hose when I gave it a good clean. I didn't show that on the video, but a lot of gunk was cleaned out of that. I've cleaned the inlet manifold out. We've obviously I damaged that as well when I took it out, where I tried to remove the air temperature sensor, whatever it is on the side. They got a darn good cleaning as well, so it was all very nice and clean. Also worked out nicely how to replace that and where the missing bolt was on it, which was probably relatively helpful. There's a quite a useful bit of information in the final video about the positions of where the bolts bolt in on that. We checked the spark plugs, which had normal that kind of greyish brown color on them. We did the catalytic converter, replaced that using the fan out method, which was a bit of a lifesaver. It received the rear O2 sensor because the front one was the existing one was threaded and also dead, so it would have been a bit of a silly thing to put a threaded sensor back into a new catalytic converter anyway. And to admit, I used a really cheap one that I got on eBay. I've had it a year. It's been sitting in the garage from last time when we were fanning about with the car. And also the camshaft sensor, which had sort of failed. So I basically have kept very quiet today and kept out of the frame. I made my daughter put the MOT, and I said I'm not getting involved and I don't want to know.
Truth! You can't handle the truth!
But I was very, very stressed, because I do know that if it did fail the MOT, that the repairs would probably come back on me to haunt me again. So I was skeptical. I got her to take it out and drive it around for a bit before she dropped it off for the MOT. So what happened? Well, initially sounded bad. The emissions failed on the first test. And then the MOT tester, who is a nice chap, decided that maybe he'd let the car idle for a bit and sort itself out. And on the second go, it passed the MOT. So, cheers. drinking 14-year-old whiskey. So the car has passed its MOT. Hallelujah. So was it worth it? I don't know. On the cost front, it's been, it's less than £400 to repair all the bits and stuff. I did absorb some of the costs. My daughter paid a majority of it. And it's had, so in that cost of £400, what has it had? It's had a service as well. So it had pollen filter, air filter, oil filter, and oil done. It's obviously had me pouring over it. It's had the bits that we've replaced that I've explained. And so it's had a new catalytic converter. £99 on eBay for a BM catalytic converter. They seem to get good reviews. Who knows? So I just wanted to say, yes, if you're watching this, you're probably mad because why would you watch a boring middle-aged man talk about stuff? But I do appreciate my viewers tuning in to watch and maybe hopefully getting a little bit out of the videos. Maybe no one will watch this one because it's just me ranting on about nothing. But I am so relieved. It was literally driving me mad. And when you are a person like me that's been through plenty of stuff and has got enough health things to deal with, and yes, I know I'm probably sadistic and I probably enjoy it really, and the madness and the method and all that kind of stuff, but I'm just so pleased that it's passed. But I did warn my daughter, if she has got her car this time next year, it will be going off Beachy Head, because I am not spending another ounce of time dealing with it. If you look at the videos on there, the things that I've done to it in the past year, it's had enough done to it. It's old. It's wasn't looked after. I think before we bought it cheap. Yes, it was cheap to buy, but boy, has it required a lot of sorting out. So that's my thoughts and conclusions on my daughter's Mini. And also, I'd just like to say, why on earth did BMW get Peugeot to make the bloody engines? Because there's one thing that we all know is that French cars are notoriously unreliable, and Peugeot engines are just, well, they're one of those things, which is ironic because that's what I've got in my Land Rover, is basically a Peugeot TD-V6 engine. So it doesn't make any sense to me that Peugeot have got worse at making engines than the unreliable one they put in the Land Rover. But there you go. BMW, obviously, if you're going to have a sort of merger between two companies, Peugeot maybe should do the design and the sort of joie de vivre or the je ne sais quoi, and then maybe BMW should do the engineering, and then it would probably work a lot better. It's a bit like Alfa Romeo and Nissan making a car. You want Nissan to do the engineering and Alfa Romeo to do the design, not the other way around, because then you end up with, well, I can't say it out loud because it's on YouTube, and I don't really want to swear on my videos, particularly unless I'm doing something on my car. But anyway, once again, thank you for watching the videos. I do appreciate it. There will be some more Land Rover content coming, I promise. And like I said, I'm just so relieved to get rid of my daughter's Mini off the drive, because it drives, well, it's literally been driving me mad, even though it hasn't been going anywhere. Thank you and goodbye.